What it do, friends and family? Mr. Flip Flop here. I think the live was set at 1:15 or something. I don't know. But we getting started. As you see, I'm still a little tired. I was under the weather. Tell you the truth, ate some bad food. Holy shit. It messed me up. Don't eat everywhere. You can't eat everywhere. I won't throw the restaurant under the bus, but that's why I don't eat everywhere. Now, one thing I can say my claim to fame is no one gets sick at Flip Flop. I got people that eat their breakfast, lunch, and dinner don't get sick. I actually had two people in all of the 7 years tell me they got sick from eating. Well, they thought they got sick from eating Flip Flop. I asked them, "What did you have, and where else did you eat at?" So that's my claim to fame. No one gets sick at Flip Flop, so I love that. But yeah, that's why I don't eat everywhere. Because what happened to me Friday night, Saturday morning, I don't like that feeling at all. But we're back at. I'm about 90% now, feeling good again. Back in the gym, so you already know what it is. I'm gonna get into my weight loss thing today. As I couldn't do Sunday service, I was still tired. I needed another day to recoup, but I cheated. So I was here to celebrate losing 25 pounds. But after being sick from the rooter to the tutor in one day, well, a day and a half, I have lost 30 pounds. So I'm now 247. Shout out to me. from being sick, added the extra 5 pounds. But yeah, I've lost 30 pounds. Went from 277 to 247. But like I said, the extra 5 pounds was the cheat code from this weekend from me not being in the best of shape. Okay, so yeah, I lost 30 pounds, and man, feel great. We'll probably go down to about 235. See how I feel at that point. I don't think I'm gonna go under 235 unless I feel good. So we'll go from there. But let's get into that in a minute. I'm getting into the whole. I'm supposed to do a video for the workout channel, but I'm gonna give you guys the breakdown here, and I'll do a separate video on the workout channel. But I want to give you guys a breakdown of how I approach weight loss, getting back in shape, and what I used to do as a personal trainer, and how I approach my clients. I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown in a second. But first off, do not forget, in the link below, you shall see Jubilee, our sponsor. I'm becoming a big fan of Jubilee. It's gonna be the way we transfer money now. If you need to pick up funds, download the Jubilee app. You can pick it up from FlipFlop. So download Jubilee. If you have not already, I think it's a dope app. You can send money, transfer yourself money, pick up money. So I think it's dope. Basically, a cash app in the Dominican Republic, but it's also able to use worldwide. So also, besides Jubilee, I want to give a big shout to the Sosua savings book. You know, FlipFlop is up in here. Wings and Waffles, Coco Loco. There's a lot of people up in there. Do not forget, 1,200 pesos or $20. You can pick it up at FlipFlop. I will have these on sale at the bar. I'm actually going to put it up there with all my pills and stuff and the cigarettes. Y'all can look at that. So, Coupon Kings. Make sure you pick it up. Savings for all your favorite restaurants in Sosua. Even ones you never tried, you can pick it up. SV the guard, what up? Angry bus driver. Pull up, my brother. Pull up. Best friend forever. What up, Shan? Von Brown. Yeah, man, it was hard work, man. And, cardio was the biggest thing. I did a lot of cardio. My cardio sessions are 15 minutes on a heavy day, like when I live really, really heavy. 25 minutes on a normal day. I do 25 minutes at least 4 times a week. 15 minutes at least 2 times a week. One day, nothing. So 15 to 20 minutes. Everybody hates D. What up? Polo Man Ron, what up with you? P-Man said, is having patio doors open the same as being outside? It's like kind of outside. Southfield Schwarzenegger, what up? Yes, and the brother started Jubilee. Yes, that's an app made by a brother. Shout to AR, but it's definitely, the more I get into the app, the more I like it. And I'm not going to be using Cash App that much anymore. Yeah, for me, Vaughn, the reason, and I'm going to get into that now, the reason I can't do 45 minutes because I'm lifting so heavy. So because I'm losing weight, obviously I'm losing some muscle. You want to take as much protein as possible. The idea is not to lose as much muscle and lose my strength. Thank God I've kept a lot of my strength by lifting heavy, but I'm not trying to do anything over 25 minutes of cardio because I want weight loss, but I don't want muscle loss. If that makes sense. Also, do not forget, big shout, John the writer, Sergeant Sosua, April 9th, the Veterans event. Number 2, at FlipFlop once again, FlipFlop Sports Bar. April 9th. I'm not doing a live at the bar right now. I had to leave, come home, get myself together. Wasn't feeling too great, but I'm good. I ate and I just had to make sure I was near my bathroom, just in case. But anyway, April 9th, the Veterans event, the second Veterans event. Veterans abroad. Big shout to the bros, man. They always show love. I show them love. They show me love. It's nothing but love. So April 9th, the second Veterans event, it will be at FlipFlop Sports Bar April 9th. So pull up if you're a vet. Even if you're not a vet, pull up and show love. They are doing donations. I think a really dope cause. I believe it's tablets or laptops for the top 20 kids in the schools over here. They're working that out behind the scenes. So that's going to be really, really dope. So they're taking donations. Get with Sosua about that. He's on top of that. Also, I am now, as of today, sponsoring a girls volleyball team. You know, people come at me left and right and left, all over the place. I'm sponsoring. I will get you the name when I get the jersey in my hand. I just paid for the jerseys. Sponsoring the girls volleyball team out of La Union. I made it clear they cannot be losers. They must win. If they got my logo on there, they got to win. So I'm sponsoring the girls volleyball team. Came out of nowhere, but it's dope. You know, I love sponsoring the kids and everything in the movement. But it's an academy started by this young lady. I'm gonna get the info to y'all on Sunday service. It's in my notes. But it's an academy out here in La Union. I did the background check, checked everything was official. They just need jerseys, so we're sponsoring the jerseys with FlipFlop. And I think it's dope, you know. But the stipulation was y'all gotta win. You can't be losers. You know, we don't do losing over here. So let's get into this real quick. All right, so now I've lost 30 pounds. Shout to me. Like I said, 5 is a cheat code. I was sick. That 5 pounds came out really quick. That's cool. Another story. Hate to be so graphic. Yes, Lance, you cannot eat everywhere, bro. I learned my lesson. And I know that, but I learned my lesson even harder. Big shout, Black Mama, keeping the building. Schools, what up, Beans? What's good? Vaughn Brown says slacking on weightlifting because, yeah, that's why I said I can't do 45 minutes. I got to lift, brother. I got to lift. Now, let me get into this. This is what can I call this? My guidelines on weight loss and getting in shape. Now, I used these guidelines when I was a trainer. I was a master trainer, for you guys that don't know. I had my own training company. I made a lot of motherfucking money, trained a lot of people, had some bodybuilders, models, etc. But these were my guidelines. If I talk to you as a client, if I talk to you as a friend. Shout to Trey. Me and Trey being in the gym with me a lot. Me and him talk a lot. I give him a lot of breakdown of how I feel and how I view things and my ideologies. You might even hear a trainer behind me. I'm always watching different trainers. And I've learned that a lot of my ideologies that were popular amongst local gyms, and I didn't create it. Like certain stuff I created, but I always had, if you said something, I'll take it and say, let me try this. But a lot of my ideologies of before social media existed are now it's like super popular. So maybe if I'd have stayed, I'd have made some money, but it's cool. But here are my ideologies when it comes to training. Training and weight loss. Okay? No scale. What do you mean, Greg? I got to check my weight loss. No, you don't. I jump on the scale once every 3 weeks. Once every 3 weeks. Why? The scale can be defeating. A lot of things that go into weight loss, weight training, bodybuilding, any type of exercising you do is mental. So stay off the scale. I argue with people all the time. You do not need the scale. Not every day. Your weight's not changing that drastic every single day. Okay? I've actually proven that like a dickhead years ago. You know the plastic suits, the fat suits? I was telling one of my bodybuilders how he had to lose 10 pounds in 6 days. And he could do it. I told him he could do it with the diet and with the training and kill a lot of water weight. He didn't believe it. So I went, grabbed the fat suit, grabbed my bike, rode in Brooklyn for, I want to say 2 hours. Now it backfired. Long story short, it sucked all my water weight out. I couldn't stop cramping. I had to drop to the floor at the middle of Brooklyn, throw my stuff in a taxi, cramping while the taxi driver's driving, get to the crib, lay on the floor and hydrate. Now, when I weighed myself, I lost 7 pounds. 7 pounds in 2 hours. All water weight. But obviously, I had to hydrate because it kicked my ass. Okay, it straight up kicked my ass. Definitely not a healthy thing to do. It was really all water weight. Started hydrating. I got 5 pounds back immediately. Okay. But the scale will confuse you. Okay. What I'm doing now is body recomposition, meaning I'm losing fat, gaining muscle. I'm trying to just change my body composition, excuse me. Muscle weighs more than fat. So as I'm lifting and doing cardio, there may be days where I'm heavier. What you guys don't know is you can eat a meal. It could be any meal that just doesn't agree with you, or extra carbohydrates you didn't know about. You can go eat a meal right now. You'll feel bloated. You'll gain 2 pounds. It's not actually you being fat. It's the meal you ate. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. You ate a meal, you go, damn, I feel fat. Yeah, it's what you ate. There's many a times where I'll eat something and my stomach's out here. And I'm like, damn, I was just skinny 5 minutes ago. It is what it is, but stay off the scale. Stay off the scale. Because the scale will tell you you're not doing anything. The scale will make you believe that the work you're putting in doesn't work. That's not true. I get on the scale once every 3 weeks just to do a check. Hey, where am I at? Okay, cool. Like now, I just got on the scale just now. I was at 25 pounds for Sunday service. Well, it was supposed to be for Sunday service. On Friday, to tell you guys on Sunday service, I lost 25 pounds. But because I got sick Friday night and lost some extra weight, I'm 30 pounds shorter. You know, so it's cool. Even after hydration, I'm still. I could imagine what I was before hydration. I didn't weigh myself, but after hydration, I've lost 30 pounds. So it is what it is. Okay, so stay off the scale. Every 3 weeks, once a month, get on the scale, see where you're at. Keep notes, keep a journal. Okay, I'm gonna get to the comments real quick for number 2. I saw a lot of people jump in. Shout to y'all, hit that like button. Roy, what up? Is definitely stopping by the restaurant when I get there. Definitely pull up. B-Mo, what up? My skin's money in the building. What up, brother? Primo with a buddy. So I turned Muslim this week and started fasting. Hey, fasting's cool. Only thing with fasting is it's obviously hard to weight train when you lacking the carbohydrates and the calories. You can still weight train. You can't go as I would say 30 to 40 minutes, right? Weight training. Moscow, he's my type of talk. That's what's up. Vaughn said, my question is drinking. How does drinking affect weight loss? Drinking definitely affects you. It bloats you. It adds a lot of water weight. I drink now maybe once every 2 weeks, once every 3, once in a while. I try not to drink, especially when I'm in this training mode I'm in. These next 6 weeks are going to be real different for me. All right, I'm already at 30 pounds that I've lost, but I'm also focusing on getting to that 235 range. I'm 247. It's real talk, exactly 247. I just got the scale. When I get to 235, then I'm going to see how I feel, how I look, how strong I am. So I'm in an in-between mode right now at the 30-pound mark. I've got to see how I feel as I go down further. If I don't like my strength, if I don't like how I feel, then I'm going to go back up a little bit at least. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. The scale tells you how heavy you are. The scale doesn't tell you how much fat you have. Exactly. Thank you. A lot of people don't realize that, and they'll use the scale as being fat. It doesn't tell you, like my skin said, it's exactly what it is. Tells you how heavy you are. It doesn't tell you how fat you are. But some people use that scale and say, oh, I'm fat. No, you're not. And like I said, you could have just ate something. And depending on what you eat that day, your weight is different. Depending on when you hydrate, how much water you drink. If you have alcohol, it's good. It's going to raise your weight. Yeah, fasting definitely works. It's how you fast though. Tito's is actually good for you. I found out whiskey's good for you. I'm not a big whiskey drinker, but I might start drinking whiskey. Castro, appreciate it, brother. Oh, JM, I cramped in Canarsie. I rode over to Canarsie. I cramped, had to lean over. I was like leaned over the Belt Parkway, right over the Belt Parkway. I think it was the Belt Parkway, excuse me. And they had to hail a taxi. That lady came over, make sure I was all right. I'm like, yeah, I sucked all the water weight out. Appreciate it, Casual. Well, here's another thing. Now I'm gonna get to number 2 in a second. Here's another thing, and shout out to Primo on the fasting tip. Before my diet could get perfect, Like my diet's not perfect, but perfect for me at the moment for what I'm doing. Lots of protein, minimal carbs, just enough carbs to keep my energy up, but minimal carbs. I had to stop snacking. I'm a snacker. You guys know I'm a snacker. I love chocolate, love chips. You know, got people say bring little Debbie's. I'm a snacker like a motherfucker. Now my snacks are cashews, walnuts, Greek yogurt, and bananas. And mango, excuse me. That's my snacks. And I ain't talking about those mangoes in Sosua. I'm talking about mangoes. It took me about 2 weeks, and I haven't been on soda and I never really did soda like that recently anyway the past 2 years, but once in a while a soda here and there. I haven't had soda, any soft drinks besides natural juice and water, maybe 7 months now, going on 7 months. So once I got the soda out, I got the snacking out, I could diet, right? Because it made no sense to diet if I'm continuing to snack, eat chocolate and shit. My daughter actually brought me some chocolate the other day. I was like, no, baby, I can't. She looked at me like everybody knows I love chocolate, but got to put it down. You know, this is about your health. Now let's get to number 2. Time. I actually have this written down. These are my notes. These are my ideologies about training, weight loss, weightlifting, exercising, everything. All right, time. I just told you I do 15 minutes to 25 minutes of cardio, depending on the day. If I lift real heavy, it's 15 minutes. If I lift normal, it's 25 minutes, okay? And I try to get 25 minutes 4 times a week, especially on leg day. I'm definitely doing cardio on leg day because I got to get my legs moving. The time is set by my alarm. I cover up the time on the what do you call it, treadmill, and I don't look at the time. I turn my phone on a music thing, my music play. I don't have any time in front of me. Don't focus on time. Set your alarm. If you want to do 30 minutes, set your alarm for 30 minutes. Block all the time out and just go. Once you start focusing on time, and some of you listening right now have done this, I'll do 20 minutes. And you'll get to 17 and go, fuck it, I'm good. No, don't look at time. If you're gonna do 30, put 30 in your phone, put your headphones on, put your phone down, get a little spot for your phone in the treadmill. Do your 30 minutes. Don't look at how many laps you did, don't look at anything. Keep your head up, listen to the music or a book or whatever. I do different videos sometimes, most of the time music, but I'll do little narrating videos and stuff. And don't focus on the time. You will cut yourself short every single time you focus on time. Oh, I'll do the 3 minutes tomorrow. No, stick to your goals. Stick to what you're doing. Don't focus on your workout time. I set my alarm for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Which I rarely go over 1 hour and 20, but if I go over 1 hour and 20 minutes, all right, Greg, it's time to go, time for cardio. All right, so do not focus on time. I will tell you like this, if you're weight training, try to go for 45 minutes. I've had people look at me when I'm in and out. When it's 1 hour and 20 minutes, that means I'm maybe doing something extra, adding something extra in the mix. But most of my workouts are 45 minutes. I've had people in the gym before I get there, in the gym when I leave, look at me. And I'm like, your body's never changed. You're doing the same thing. You think 2 hours of working out is what you need. It's not what you need. If you know what you're doing, 45 minutes is perfect. Hour, depending if you're with somebody, depending if you're doing something extra, you're taking more rest. It is what it is. Depends how you work out. So don't focus on time. That's number 2. Let me get to the comments. JM, at the moment, I'm in a bodybuilder routine at the moment because I'm losing weight. So I'm kind of in, but like I said, I'm doing body recomposition. I'm in between of everything right now. This is a little more difficult than normal because to lose weight and build muscle at the same time is fucking hard. I'm willing to do it. I'm going for it. It's just harder than normal, and the diet's got to be strict. You know, I'll tell you right now, my diet consists of beef, chicken, eggs, turkey. Pretty much my entire diet, and lots of vegetables. Today I have my protein shake, obviously, in the morning before my cardio. I do that before my cardio. Basically, it feeds the muscles while I'm losing weight. If it makes sense. Protein shake, do my cardio, shower, head to flip-flop, chicken breast, 3 eggs, boom, 2.5, 3 hours later. That's today. Ground turkey with rice. The rice was my carbs for the day. Then I'll have carbs at night too to fill up for the morning. So basically, you know, body recomposition is just me losing weight, but keeping muscle and building muscle at the same time, which is really, really fucking hard. But I'm dedicated to them. That's why I said this next 6 weeks is gonna be really, really crazy for me. I called it 30 days of hell. It's actually gonna be 45 days of hell. Pablo in the building. Drink the DR water. You lose 10. Moskin's Money said I used to make clients turn the scale. Facts. I used to literally like be on my clients. If I peeked around that corner, I saw you on a scale, we got problems. Because the scale will definitely defeat you. I'm telling you right now, Moskin's Money knows what he's talking about, because at the end of the day, mentally, you can be defeated before you get going. It's all mental. I told you guys a million times on all my lives, the hardest part of the gym is walking through the front door. I've been dead tired, got no sleep, been out of it. But once I got through that door, okay, I can't lift. I can't go lift 225, 240. I can't do it. But I can get on that machine. I can grab some dumbbells. I can get something done when my blood is flowing and I'm sweating and exercising. As long as you're in there, you can figure something out. But when you don't walk through the door because you're mentally defeated, it's going to do nothing for you. Yeah, mangoes and mangoes got a lot of fiber, so I use that for my fiber sauce. Just the bike being in the city, I need another option. Actually, I love to ride around. Adrian said, "Damn, Flip, what time do you leave the restaurant?" I was sick this weekend, bro. But yeah, I was in and out. Bro. Listen, this past 2 weeks has been crazy. I had a car issue, which really wasn't an issue, but it was making a stupid noise I didn't like, so I had to get that fixed. Then I got sick. You know, there's a lot of running around. So yeah, I appreciate you though, brother. Tell the fam I said what up. Yeah, I had to stop the snacks, man. You gotta stop the snacks. I'm a snacker, so I know the struggle. Struggle's real. My daughter handed me a chocolate. I was like, can't do that. She was looking at me like, I let no, baby. Thank you very much. Like, it's hard to say no to certain foods. It's hard to say no to certain things. But in order to keep the goal and to not backtrack on what I've already done, I'm not going to do it. Showtime said, listen to that, dude, get them 2 miles in, baby. BK Chef in the building. He said, I hate too many mangoes. So good, love. It's all love. Party Hard Trucking, thanks for showing real content. Travel Space is getting so sad. Can I tell you something? Someone, big shout to Kano, my man K. He made a comment. Taylor made a comment today in one of the groups, and Kano followed, said the travel space is really bad. I'm going to tell you something right now, guys. The travel space is not bad. Okay? A lot of these dudes, and you see Primo making videos of them, making fun of them. A lot of these dudes are attention whores and beggars. They're not real travelers. And if some of you guys didn't send them money, they never go anywhere. So I don't think that nothing's wrong with the travel space. I think they've involved themselves in the travel space, but a lot of them are attention whores. A lot of them don't have anything to give you other than attention and doing creep cams and then doing fuckery. So at the end of the day, I'm a traveler. But a lot of these dudes ain't travelers, especially if they didn't have any money from you. If there weren't no fundraisers, a lot of them wouldn't be on a plane. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. We're going to get to number 3, though. JM said it's difficult to eat chicken wings or burgers when they are in front of you. No. And if I want, listen, I had some wings a week ago. But I did grill wings. That's all. Not that a fried wing going to kill me. I just decided to go grill. You know, I'm eating a little healthy, right? Moskin said, when I used to do a bodybuilding routine, I used to mix in German volume training. I love German volume training. Every so often, it was a great shock to the body. So Moskin, that's Moskin's know what he's talking about. GVT is something I always do when I come back from a trip. Because obviously, I'm not hitting the gym. I may try to hit a gym here and there, or I'm going to just do push-ups in the crib. As soon as I come back from a trip, I'm GVT the first 5 days. I feel it boosts my, something's I've always been into. I feel it boosts my strength up. Like you said, a shot to the body. So every time I come from a trip, day 1 back in the gym to day 5, 5 straight days of GVT. I choose a body part, maybe 2, GVT all the way through. Actually, what I like to do, if I decide to go 8 days, I'll do 7 sets of 7. Then the next run will be 10 sets of 10. If I'm only going to do 5 and I'm feeling like my strength is cool, 10 sets of 10, 12 sets of 12, depending on how I feel at that moment. But yeah, GBT is my shit. Black 900 said, "Good job. Discipline's key. I'm doing lightweight mini reps. As long as you feel good doing the workout, that's what matters. What works for me may not work for everybody. And as an ex-personal trainer, I can tell you, and my skin should know this, I can give you a million different workouts that I do, but they may not work for you. It's all individualized, which is why I'm gonna give you this list of stuff I use for exercise, and it's really not opinionated. It's more of what I've been through and what other people have been through, that I've trained with. You know what I'm saying? So it's all individualized. You can see two pro bodybuilders do the same exercise and they won't get the same results. Javon in the building. The only time I used to get this for my luggage. Primo said, "I can't believe this. I'm just do it. Get it in, Primo. Get it in. Matter of fact, you got some extra sets on you, brother. Get it in." Getting to the gym on weekdays on my biggest struggle, but I'm trying to carve out at least 40 minutes. Listen, you got 24-hour gyms by you, I'm sure. Closest thing I got, this gym is dope over here. WorkFit. No paid promo, obviously. But they open at 5. So a motherfucker like me who don't sleep, boom, I'm there. Like, I love it. Mike So Focused, what up? So when I went to Dominican Republic, there was not a lot of people on the plane, which was good for me. I still travel, but I ignore people. But I love this channel. I appreciate it, brother. Definitely appreciate it. Moscow's Money said, "This is fact. The travel space is bigger than who we joke on." Yeah, that's what I said. And and we need that though, because obviously there's people to be joked. Even myself, I've been the butt of jokes. But when the comment was made about the travel space, I realized a lot of these dudes ain't travelers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to knock nobody. I'm not disrespecting nobody, trying to knock nobody. But to me, a lot of these dudes is clowns. So it's attention whores and beggars. That's all I really see when people refer to the travel space, and they're making it like it's all of us. You got dudes that are really hopping on planes that motherfuckers have taxis. And I admire that. You know what I'm saying? But then the dudes who need to get money to travel because they can't travel on their own funds if they have funds, that's not the travel space in my opinion. It's like the whole passport bro movement. Every dude with a passport is a pass. No, obviously not. But you highlight the dudes that are doing fuckery and say that's a passport, bro. So, that's another topic though. Being said, currently doing my reset now. No fried food, soft drinks, and better snacks. Like I said, for me, my snacks are walnuts, cashews. I stick to that. Let me get to number 3. Take this and hear me clearly. Food is a frenemy. I'm going to say it again. Turn it up. Turn me up in the back. Food is a frenemy. Food can be your friend. Food can be your enemy. I'm a motherfucker who loves to eat. Okay? I've had to curb it. For me to keep my metabolism, I'm old, I'm 46 now. So obviously my metabolism slowed down. Once we get about 30 something, our metabolism just naturally slows down. Me eating every 2.5 to 3 hours keeps my metabolism going. Now, can everybody do it? No, but I have to do it. I have to eat every 2. Now my body's actually adjusted to it. Like when I used to bodybuild back in the day, my body's adjusted. If I don't eat in 2.5 hours to 3 hours, my stomach start rumbling. What's going on down there? You know what I'm saying? 2.5, 3 hours to keep my metabolism rolling. Meaning I'm burning fat while I'm sitting down. You keep your metabolism going, that burns the fat. It keeps you rolling. Some people fast and then eat a good amount. I've done that. Caveman diet. I've done that. Where the idea is to snack nuts and berries all day like we cavemen. And then cavemen hunted at night. Now, back then, I would do 36 ounces of steak and potatoes at night. That was my only meal. I would snack all day long. And one giant piece, 36 ounces of steak is fucking dangerous. But I would do it every night with potatoes. And that was my meal. Then boom, next day start all over again. Now that did wonders for me. Like literally muscle-wise, I looked fucking crazy. But the drawback was too much red meat. I did that for like 3 weeks. And 3 weeks of nonstop red meat is actually bad for you guys that don't know. The bathroom's gonna smell nonstop. It's gonna be fucking awful. And you're not getting all the necessary vitamins you need on a daily basis. At that time, I wasn't. Now I'm taking I got tons of supplements back here. I'm taking tons of vitamins every day. Back then, I wasn't taking supplements. No, I wasn't taking hardly any vitamins. So now I am. It actually would work probably better for me now, but still, it's not good for you. But back then, I relied on only what I ate and the protein shakes. Matter of fact, it was one protein shake a day in the steak. So fasting is great. It's what you eat when you break your fast. So when I say food is a friend of me, what are you eating? How much are you eating? Now, everybody's not going to count micros and macros. I'll tell you right now, I don't. I take the weight of the food. I decide to cut it in half or double it, mix it whatever mix it with, and I'll leave it at that. I just know that each meal of mine has to have 40 grams to 60 grams of protein. That's all I care about. And I know at least 2 meals in my day will have carbohydrates. Like I said, I just had rice, my only carbs of the day. My meal at dinner time always has a carb in it, or I'm gonna say carbs in it, excuse me. That's for my sleep and my next day to go to the gym, my energy for the next day. I don't believe in carbing up before the gym. That's just not my thing. It may work for you. I like to work out on an empty stomach. Maybe a banana for the minimal carbs you can use, but that's about it. Maybe even a scoop of peanut butter. I've done that before. But you have to decide what you're gonna eat and how you're gonna eat it. There's no such thing, and I've seen people online do this shit, and I totally disagree with it. And I've actually seen bodybuilders like scold them. There's no such thing as I go to the gym, I can eat what I want. That's the biggest myth you're ever gonna hear. Maybe someone who's on X amount of steroids can get away with that bullshit, even though they're tearing their body up. But eating what you want, eating crap, is not gonna be good for you. So that's number 3. Food is a frenemy. Watch what you're eating, watch how much you're eating, watch how often you're eating. I hear people say, I only eat twice a day. That's cool if it works for you. Like I said, what works for me right now is 2.5 to 3 hours. I got another hour before I have a protein shake. That's meal. I consider protein shakes a meal. So that's meal number 4 for the day. Then I'm gonna have a quick snack and then dinner, and I'm done for the day. I don't eat after 8 o'clock. And now listen when I say this. I do not believe in time of eating, because when I was bodybuilding, I had to get up at 11 p.m. to have another meal. So time to me, you burn fat when you sleep. So you can eat a meal late and still go to sleep and burn fat. It is what it is. But I only do the 8 o'clock thing because I want my carbs to sit and my energy to build itself up for the next morning. And I don't want to break my little bit of sleep that I get to eat another meal. That's just me. But you can eat whatever time. I say eat when you're hungry, or if you stick to every 2.5, 3 hours and you want to wake yourself up and eat, cool. But when you're sleeping, you're burning fat. So food is a friend of me. Watch what you eat. Watch how much you eat. Let me get to the common fuckers number 4. Definitely showing the real travelers. Speak Spanish now. What up, Don Omar? What's good with you? Double A in the building. Mo Black down 30 since January, ready to hop on a plane to see how it's affecting me. That's what's up, man. Congrats to you, man. I'm down 30 as well. Excuse me. How do you disconnect when you get back to the matrix? Sosua withdrawal be hitting. Well, you got to understand, son. My matrix is Sosua. So it's a little different. When I'm traveling, I'm going to other countries. I've only been to the States twice in 10 years. So my matrix is actually Sosua. Moskin says, fact, in the majority of my career, I trained the general public, accountant, lawyers, so functional trainers to go. Believe it or not, Moskins, that's actually how I got my start. The general public was my start of how I got started in training and my main clients. Then I branched off into bodybuilding. I just happened to meet a couple people, branched off into bodybuilders, model agency, stuff like that. But the general public was my main client. And at the end of the day, that's where the most money was, right? Bodybuilders and stuff are broke. So you kind of got to, and when I say like a lot of bodybuilders are broke, you got to get sponsorships for that. So yeah, general public is the way to go. Training, I used to love training. BK Chef say, eat to live, don't live to eat. That's a fact. Toad Sage, you can never outwork a bad diet. Thank you. Papa Doc, what's up? Actually, I found out this, Papa Doc. Now I don't mind pork. Chuleta. What is chuleta? What the fuck is chuleta in English? Jesus Christ, I forgot what. What is chuleta in English? I even forgot what chuleta, whatever chuleta is in English, actually has a lot of protein. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh shit. It's more protein than I thought it had. So also another food, but high in cholesterol, um, octopus. Octopus has more protein than anything, but it is high in cholesterol. I might do octopus once a month just for the protein, but it's really high in cholesterol, so it's not something I want to eat a lot. Mama said, what up, Phil? I was there last week. Me and my piece can't eat a spot Thursday. I appreciate it, brother. Definitely appreciate you and the peoples. How do you feel about making certain foods for the blender? If that's your thing, cool. All right, so for me, my one vice in food, and food being a friend of me, I have to have barbecue sauce. I just have to. Because some of the food becomes redundant. It's like over, like, you know, you eat, to get in shape, you eat the same crap, right? So I gotta have a side, like a little side of barbecue sauce. Even though I put a couple drip drops on it, I don't care. I have to have it. Now it's added sugar to my diet, but I'm working it off. So, you know, you gotta take the good with the bad. So in order for me to eat these same meals day in and day out, especially like chicken breast and 3 eggs, I do that every morning. In order for me to eat these things, I gotta have just a little taste of something different in there. So I throw a little barbecue sauce on there. If blending your meal makes you feel better and it tastes good for you and you can down it easier, do it. Go for it. He said, give me 50 push-ups. You don't want this smoke. We'll see. Classical should be open soon, man. I hope. Moskow's Money said, I started with athletes. That's a dope start right there, too. Pork chop. Thank you. How the fuck I forget pork chop? Hey, Primoc, look, I'm so stuck on the Spanish word, I forgot what pork chop was. Thank y'all. Pork chops have a lot of protein. I didn't know this. I have a protein, 3 protein charts of different foods. I never knew pork chops had that much protein, even when I was bodybuilding. I don't think I ate pork that much back then, but I'm gonna definitely get some pork chops and tear those up. Oh, so you building an SOV? Yeah, I had a lot going on the past 2 weeks, so I've been in and out. Like now I'm supposed to be there, but I had to come home and hang out. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. After, could you touch on banking? Oh, we'll get to that. Let me get to my list. Oh yeah, I see it. Listen, health is wealth, man. Health is wealth. I lost weight while in DR. The food doesn't have all the bad green. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Trust me. All right, so let me get to number 4. So first one was no scale. Second one was no time. Third one is food is a friend of me. Number 4, love the mirror. Now, as someone who's a little bit fucking conceited, I love the mirror anyway. All right? Sometimes I talk shit to the mirror. I talk shit to myself. But love the mirror. Why do I say that? When you see people post the before and after pics, they never love the before. You know why? I'm gonna post my before and after probably when I get down to 235. You know why I love the before? Because I was there. And I worked to be here. Love the mirror. Because if you don't like what you see, you will change it. If you don't like what you see in your reflection, you will work to change it. Love the mirror. You know why? If you ever see, sometimes I wear a lot of stuff. Like today I had met the current, why you got so much clothes on? I'm covering my own body up, right? See a lot of bodybuilders wear hoodies. They don't want you to look at their body. Bodybuilders are super insecure, like models. Super insecure. They work out for themselves. I work out for me. You know what I'm saying? I hate no sugar barbecue sauce, bro. No, I gotta give me some sugar. I'll do extra minute of cardio. But you look in the mirror and you focus on what you're doing. Someone goes, man, your arms are really nice. You go in the mirror and say, I got work to do. So love the mirror. The reason I can go back and look at myself when I was 290 pounds, years ago when I broke my ankle, is I can look at these stretch marks, right? I could look at all my stretch. This would be in 290 pounds. And people go, damn. Bro, I remember when I first lost weight, I got down to 240 I just got back in the gym, got down to 240. Took a while from 290, right? My stretch marks looked like a tiger attacked me around my waist. Like it was so fresh because I had got fat that fast, and it was the first time I had been that big. It looked like tiger marks, tiger claws all over my waist, my chest, everything. Literally like tiger marks, like a tiger just attacked me. I would look in the mirror and feel kind of ashamed. But then as I got into training, I realized I'm not going to be ashamed. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to fix that. So love the mirror. Because at the moment you don't like what you see, you'll work to change it. And then when you start feeling good and looking good again, and you be like, you like how you look, you can go back and say, remember that guy who I saw in the mirror, who I didn't like? I love him because he got me to where I'm at now. And I love myself even more. So love the mirror. It may not make sense, but love the mirror. You literally will work harder as you look at yourself and you don't like yourself. You will work harder. So fall in love with the mirror. Fall in love with yourself. Say, you know what? I don't like this. I'm going to work. And if you like what you see, say, you know what? I could do better. Just always look at that mirror. Don't worry about anyone else's opinion of you. Worry about your opinion of yourself. Be your harshest critic. I am my hardest critic. I got people tell me all the time, you look good, thank you. But what I got here and what I see with my eyes is two different things than what you see. So love the mirror. Let me get to the comments. Creatine is great, man. I use creatine every day, twice a day. Skyrider, what's up with you? Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I'm doing better. Yeah, creatine, I use creatine twice a day. Get a dermatologist in every other year to check your whole body skin condition. That's a fact. Yeah, I don't do that. Being said, that's relatable. My skin said, also with the mirror, you can see your progress. Exactly. Rather than looking at a scale, not knowing if it's fat, muscle, or water weight. I agree with that. Besides loving yourself, you can also see your progress. Me and Trey went in the gym the other day. I had and Pablo as well. When Pablo was here. So I think Pablo had a tank top on. I had my short sleeve on. You couldn't see my shoulders, but we did front raises. I think it was on a live too. And I said, touch your front delt. And as they moved it, I said, do you feel that? And they were like, yeah. I said, that's your front delt. That's the muscle we're supposed to be working. Now, I did front delts the other day with a sleeveless shirt on, and sure enough, the girls are like, you see my shit flexing. I'm looking to make sure, instead of touching it, I can see that delt working. So I see the progress in what I'm doing. Focus on your progress. Look at that damn mirror. B-Mo said, I like how you look. How I look, excuse me. All right. Number 5. And this is a big deal to me. Take the small wins. Number 5. Take the small wins. What do I mean? In order for me to lose 30 pounds, I had to lose 5. In order for me to lose 20 pounds, I had to lose 10. Take the small wins. It's in increments. Listen, forget all these gurus, forget the internet, forget all these guys. There is no magic pill. There is no magic wand. There's nothing that's magical about getting in shape, losing weight, whatever, building muscle, whatever you want. There's nothing magical. Even if someone takes steroids, they have to put the work in. They've got to work. And they've got to work harder than you. Because they're injecting themselves with some shit that's supposed to make them special. Meaning stronger and superhuman. So if they don't put the work in, if they're working like you, and you're just the average Joe, they're failing. So there's no magic. You have to put the work in. Take the small wins. The small wins will keep you smiling. Okay, let's go back to love the mirror, right? The small wins. I've got a 3.5 pack. I'm not aiming for a 6 pack. I've got to lose a lot of weight for a 6 pack, but I've got a 3.5 pack. I'm good. Hey, the small wins. Oh shit, look at that, little 3 1/4, right? Take the small wins. I don't care about having a six pack. I had one years ago. It doesn't matter to me. But you know, a little tight right there. Right, keep the cord tight. I got a 3.5 pack. I'm up. We up. You know what I'm saying? So take the small wins. You dig? My triceps a little bit more. I've focused more on the triceps in this routine I'm doing now. A little bit more defined than they were years ago. So, you know. Focus on take the small wins. The small wins will keep you confident. It will keep you motivated. It'll keep you focused because you know you're doing something right. Let me catch you in these comments. We'll get to number 6, my last one. Hold on. I cheated with meds, but down 108 pounds. Man, that's dope, man. Shit. Bitcoin Shango said, I've been using my belts to kind of track my progress. Been needed to pull that thing extra tight. Oh, I got to pull my pants up a lot. I've had to pull my pants up a lot. Moskin said, all right, guilty pleasure question. What's your favorite exercise you just have to do? Mine's is dips. I have a dip bar at the house. Got to do them all the time. The one, I would say 2. The 2 exercises I must do at all times. Incline dumbbell. I'm a master at that. That's one of my favorite exercises, especially chest building exercises. And close grip. Fix that. Bent over rows. Those are the 2 exercises I must do. Reason being, my strength is always up. Like I'm on 100-pound dumbbells nonstop. On the it only goes up to 100, but on the incline bench press. And my bent over row game, I just did 225 the other day. I'll probably do 250 this week. The bent over rows, my core is super tight. My back, I only use the belt once in a while. Those 2 exercises, as far as strength goes and how I feel when I'm done, like I feel great when I'm done with those 2 exercises. I can go on and do so much more once that's out the way because I feel like I've mastered the day once I finish those 2 exercises. So those 2 are probably my number 1 and 1A, 1B. So incline dumbbell press and bent over rows. I was gonna say close grip pull down, but I like bent over rows a little bit more. So those are my 2. Those are my 2 that I have to do. Tony Fox in the building. Mo Music, what up? And yes, look. So Trey asked about my pull-up game. All right. I'm 247 now. Now I've done some pull-ups here and there. I ain't killing myself with pull-ups because I've been too heavy. I told Trey when I get to 240, so in 7 more pounds, pull-ups are going to be a full part of my workout. At the moment, I'm doing pull-ups every other week. And so far, I'm only at up 5 or 6 straight. But like I said, this is at the end of my workout. My complete back workout is done. I'm exhausted. I'm really just seeing what I got left. And trying to get full range of motion in the back. Could I start my workout with it? Yeah, but I don't want to wear my arms out. I don't want to wear my biceps out. I don't want my back out. So I've been doing it like that. Now, at 240, because my strength is up, at 240, we might start with pull-ups like I used to do. So we'll see. But you got to get your push-up and pull-up game is mandatory. I do push-ups all the time. Like I said, pull-ups every other week. I don't make it a big part of my workout now because I want to lose the weight. But now that I'm getting down, 7 more pounds, pull-ups will be part of the workout. I do have to improve my pull-up game. I am not going to lie. I keep it military push-ups and sit-ups. Yeah, that's cool. That's definitely dope. And that's why I said Bitcoin's doing the same thing. I have to drop. I want to drop a little bit more weight before I focus on pull-ups, only because 277 was heavy. I can still do a couple pull-ups at 277. 267 was still heavy. Still do a couple pull-ups. 257 still, Jesus Christ, it's kind of tough. Even though when I was 260, I was knocking pull-ups out, but I was a different level of strength back then in my 20s. Trying to, maybe I'll get back there. We'll see. But at 240, I feel pull-ups I'll be lighter, still be strong, get that back involved. I might even get stronger, honestly. You see the new chest ball workout, purchase working every day. I don't know. The wheel core is cool. No, straight pull up. You said you got a hyperactive 3-year-old to keep up with. Jesse shows what's good. Moskin says, quick gem for people. If you want to make your arms look big, work on triceps. What did I say? Triceps. Triceps are literally the biggest muscles in your arm. Tri, 3. Bi is 2. Biceps, you have 2 parts of the muscle. Tricep, you got 3. If you want your arms to look bigger, he's 100% right. Tricep, tricep, tricep. Now, let me get to the last one. Number 6 on my list, on my guidelines, my ideologies about exercise, weight loss, and weight training. This all kinds of, everything I said kind of folds into this. Patience. We talked about no scale. Have patience with your weight. We talked about no time. Have patience with your cardio. Have patience with your workout. We talked about food as a frenemy. Have patience with your diet. We talked about love the mirror. Have patience with how you look. We talk about take the small wins. Have patience. Take those small increments of wins, those small goals that you set for yourself, or the things that lead to your bigger goals. Patience is everything. I'll say it again. There's no magic pill. And I'm going to tell you guys that I know some guys probably follow these dudes who want to use steroids. You do it. But just understand, for the people that use steroids, they got to work harder than you. Because they're putting shit in their body that's going to make them stronger if they put the work in. So if you're going to take a chemical, you've got to work harder than the next person. I'll tell you right now, I can probably say in the next year or so, I've already been preparing myself. I'm probably, as I get close to 50, going to be on TR. I'm probably, I've already been looking into it. I'm probably going to do it. Is it mandatory? No, but I'm probably going to go that route as I get older because this is really tough on me. And you know, you want your sex drive to stay up, stuff like that. So I will get into that another time. But patience. I'll tell you a story. So I've always been strong. Something I've always been. I've been working out since I was like 12. Loved weightlifting. Even when I was doing it wrong, loved weightlifting. I called it pushing weights and stuff. But when I became a personal trainer, I was pushing weight. That was what I was doing. I wasn't weightlifting. I was pushing weight. When I became a trainer, I realized what weightlifting is and what training is. But I was always strong. Literally, my entire life, I was one of the strongest around. I always worked out with bigger guys, which built my strength up even more. When I was at my peak, I want to say 260, maybe 9% body fat, 8% body fat. I kept body fat on me because my diet wasn't perfect and I was slim. My waist was really slim, but I love being strong. So I had a little bit more body fat. I could go in the gym and literally I worked out with dudes that were on crazy amounts of steroids, 1 gram a week, 2 grams a week, and I outlifted them. Why? My dedication was different. Now I'm in my 20s and early 30s. My dedication was different. My mentality was different. I had already built my strength on a different level naturally. So what a lot of guys do when they jump on steroids, they don't build their strength naturally. Build your strength to the max naturally. And then if you want to get on something, if you go into a competition and stuff, then you go harder. I've worked out with powerlifters from around the world. Done exercises I didn't know I could do. Lifted weights I didn't know I could lift. So my claim to fame always was my strength, right? But I worked for that. I worked really hard. Lots of pain, lots of pull muscles, nothing torn, thank God. Lots of pull muscles, lots of ice bath, not ice bath, but icy hot, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I've got like 2 tubes icy hot around here somewhere. And I would work out with dudes who were on steroids, and I outlifted them because they didn't put the work in. Then I got with dudes on steroids who just fucking totally killed me. I was throwing up by the end of the workout, because they just had too much, and I physically, naturally couldn't keep up. But be willing to put the work in and have patience. Where I'm at now with this 30-pound loss, and I'm still fucking, if Trey's on the live, he'll tell you, I'm still bench pressing 100-pound dumbbells, still knocking them 80s out like it ain't nothing. I'm still lifting heavy. I feel good though. And I'm not rushing to a goal. I'm not rushing. When I get there, I get there. I got my goals. I set my goals. I set my standards. I set what I want to do. When I get to that point, I get there. But I'm being patient. I can't go, oh man, I didn't get where I wanted to be. I'm not doing this no more. I'm failing. No, you're not failing. It's just taking longer than you thought it would. Or maybe you're not putting the proper effort in. One thing about being strong, like look, I'll do workouts 10 to 12 reps, right? One thing about being strong, and if you want to get stronger and if you want to get bigger, you have to go beyond your efforts, go beyond your limits. You should be lifting, if you want to get stronger and bigger, you should be lifting a weight that you can only do for 6 to 8 reps. I'll never forget Arnold Schwarzenegger, who I still do a lot of his stuff. It's old school as fuck, but it works, obviously. They asked Arnold, how much could you curl? Arnold said, I could curl about 275 pounds. But the heavier the weight, the more you cheat. They have a video and picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger leaning back like this on a barbell curl. Now, I would never do that. You would never do that. But that man did it to lift up 275 pounds. I think the most I've ever curled was probably 160, 170. That was at my peak. Now, I'm not going over 100-pound curl. Sorry, I'm not going to do it. Now, if 100-pound curl, if I curl 100 pounds for 12 reps, yes, I've got to go higher. Right? I've got to go heavier. I just have to, because I'm not going to get the results I want lifting any weight for 10 to 12 reps. I'm in 10 to 12 reps because that's what I feel comfortable with. I feel my strength going. I feel my stamina going. I'm good. But in order to get bigger and stronger, you must push your effort. You must go above and beyond. That's for you guys that's trying to get stronger, trying to get bigger. You have to push the limits. For you guys who's trying to maintain 10 to 12 reps, 8 to 12 reps. Keep your strength up. But also at certain moments in your routine, push the weight up. Go heavier. If you're uncomfortable, get a spotter. Make sure you're giving yourself 2 to 3 times a week an extra effort in what you normally do. Not just for size and strength, for overall development. Because your body will grow accustomed to those weights. Oh, you curl 30 pounds 15 times. Great. You've done that for 6 weeks. Your biceps haven't changed. Now, all you're doing now is just tearing your elbows up. That's all you're doing. How about you go up 5 pounds, give that elbow some torque, and let's get it in. Makes sense. So patience. Patience with everything. Nothing happens overnight. Let me get to these comments. Where was I at? Okay, I think I was at... Here we go, my skins. Quick gem for people. If you want to make your arms look... Oh, he said, I read that one, excuse me. I do something similar. I do 3 sets, 61, 51, 41 of push-ups, decline, incline, and standard. Hey, listen, Don Omar, that's great. Let me tell you what I used to do. And I'm not going to say where I was when I did this. 100 down. 100 push-ups to 1 push-up. It sounds easy. And I'm talking about 100, 99, 98, every set. And you only get, I think it's 60 seconds rest the first 40. Then the last 60 is like straight 45 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. When you get down to 15, the pain you are in is out of... Now, someone did the breakdown, the math breakdown for me. I don't know how many push-ups that is. But 100 all the way down to 1. And you got to do the 1. The last one's just 1 push-up. The pain. But the satisfaction of knowing you just did that shit. You're only going to do that probably once a month. It's fucking out of it. I probably would never do it at my age, but it's fucking nuts. But any routine you come up with that makes you feel good, makes you feel in shape, makes you feel like you're doing something, you feel the muscles working, that's what you got to do. Von Brown said, don't remember if you said that. What's my split? My split currently, I changed my entire split up. My split right now is chest and biceps, shoulders, triceps, back, legs, then start all over again. I only do legs once a week though. Everything's twice a week, legs once a week. And then the 7th day is I get my 1 day off where I do absolutely nothing. So that's my split. Back and biceps, chest and triceps, back, legs, and then start all over again. But the 7th day is absolutely nothing. Legs once a week. 7th day is absolutely nothing. Why do I do push exercises back to back? Because I feel good doing that. And I have a thing with my biceps and back. It's a mental thing. I don't know. I don't like doing back after I've done biceps. So if I'm doing biceps and chest, I don't feel comfortable going into a back workout the next day because I feel my biceps are still too incorporated. But with pushing exercises, as you guys watched the one video we did, I said we work our front delts in military press, all that anyway. So I'm just going from one push day, a little bit of pull with biceps, right into another push day, but I feel comfortable with that, and then back. So that's just me. I enjoy that split. I found a split that I used to do years ago, and I like it. It works for me. Moscow is another quick gem for people. If you want to make your waist look smaller, work on your back. Hold on, two things, Moskins. Your lats and your delts. If your delts are poking out and your lats are poking out, your waist looks smaller. That's a whole fact. Mo, I do everything, man. For triceps, I do everything. Remember, it's 3 heads to the triceps, so you got to hit all 3. Overhead, single arm, I do everything, bro. My tricep workouts are more than they've ever been in my life, only because my biceps are going to be big regardless. So, like Moskin said, you want to build the tricep up for big arms. Howard said, "What's going on with the person that's missing DR?" So, it's a sad situation. I just don't understand how her friends just left her at 4 in the morning, but that is what it is. Honestly, it looks like what happened to my little bro and Cabarete. It looks like she went out swimming. She might have drowned. Unfortunately, hopefully there's something better. It's a better outcome. But she's been missing for days now. They're actually saying she's probably drowned. But she's on a resort, so she didn't go anywhere. The one thing about being on a resort, you're not leaving the resort and you're not on camera. They only got him on camera headed to the beach, and that's it. So it's an unfortunate situation. But I will say one thing. Any of you guys, if you know anybody or you yourself, one of the main things I hear about people drowning, and it happened to my little bro, is people drinking and going swimming at night. First off, there's hardly any lifeguards in DR anyway. Few and far between. But there's definitely no lifeguards at night. I know a kid, and a lot of you guys may know him, who had I don't know if she was Canadian. She was white, but I think she was American. His wife. They were about to get married. She loved him. He loved her. She's taking him out of DR. Like it was a great thing. I was happy for him. They got drunk, went swimming at 9 at night. She dies. He sat in jail for a whole month because they blamed him. But then a security guard came and was like, nah, they both went swimming. They were both drunk, and she never came back out. He couldn't find her. He went crazy looking for her, but then he went and got the police, and they put him in jail. Like it was his fault, but they ended up finding her, and she had just drowned. She was drunk. Do not go swimming at night. Like I said, my little bro, happened to him. He went Cabarete. He went swimming, didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully a better turnout comes for this young lady. But one of the main things I see when people go out at night swimming, that's what usually happens. People drown in the daytime, let alone at night when nobody's around. So be careful with that, guys. Do some close hand push-ups. Diamond push-ups are great. My elbows be hurting now. Double A said, what's happening when you lose a little weight, then it stops and stuck on a certain weight? Keep pushing. Sometimes you can reach a plateau. Keep pushing. The thing when you hit plateaus, right? When you hit a plateau, it means you need to change something. That's all it means. It could be food. It could be your training regimen. It could be your time. That's all it means. You need to change. Tweak something. Take a wrench and change something out. That's all. Whenever you reach a plateau, it just means you have to change something and your body's adjusted. Your body's an amazing machine. So when you adjust, your body will adjust to shit really quick. When you adjust, you got to change something. You have to change something. Pablo, what's up? He said, appreciate you training me, brother. I appreciate you joining. You and Trey, man. Trey been rocking with me, too. Pablo, so everything Flip saying is facts. I appreciate that. Vaughn said, what's not said about steroids is it's not just about the juice. It's about the genetics. Well, Vaughn, that's for bodybuilders. But there are average Joes, more average Joes use steroids than anything. Okay, trust me, I've got experience with this. But what people don't realize is steroids is not magic. That person using steroids has to work harder than you. Now, will they? Not all do. Not all do. Will they change? Will they get it? Will they eat right? Probably not. If the diet was already shit, steroids don't change their diet. Steroids gives you recovery and strength. But a lot of guys don't change their workout to push. When you're on steroids, in order to see the results, you have to push harder. You have to lift harder. You have to train harder. You have to do more cardio. Like you have to, it's a combination of things that make you look like that. Genetics are the guys that do pro bodybuilding. But for the average Joe that wants to look good and ripped and cut and strong, he has to work harder than you. But if you're not willing to work harder, don't even bother taking the juice. And a lot of guys do not want to put the extra work in. Oh, Beans, yeah, Arnold was different. G Styles, what up, baby? He said, as long as I pick my wife up, I'm happy. I hear that. Definitely hit that like button. Ate the road meter. Shout out to my man H, man. How you doing, brother? Yeah, it is all over the news. That's the thing. Her friends, where were the friends? Now, there was some guy that was with her. I don't know if he was one of the friends or what. He said he went swimming with her, came out, and he started throwing up. And he woke up on the beach. That happens a lot. So I don't know the full version of everything, but it's looking like they went swimming and she drowned. Wow, but I'm not saying it's confirmed yet, but I'm just saying that's a common story. But why did her friends leave her? That's my biggest thing. If you're my friend, hey bro, we're out. Like, no bro, listen, we're out. And I don't swim? Fuck you, we're out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have nothing to talk about. We're leaving. It's 4 a.m. No, you're not going in the water, Tommy. Yeah, definitely don't go drunk. Frankie Fun Bags, what up with you? He said I want 2 of the 3 coins. Shout out to my bro. Flip is a bit off topic. I was gonna hit you up offline about potential living arrangements for military retiree out in Sosua. Oh, definitely, bro. Bitcoin, hit me up, bro. And listen, I'll link you with Sarge, man. Sarge Sosua, you know, that's the veteran guy right here, man. Don't forget April 9th, the veterans event, man. Yeah, he's the guy out here doing this thing, but I got you. Whatever you need, you know that. Also, do not forget, my bad, everybody, I want to give y'all a big shout out. We got a lot of people booked Halloween early. The early bird special ends April 1st, April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day is the last day for the early bird special. So if you're coming for Halloween, well, if you know you're coming and you want to book early, everybody who does the early bird before April 2nd, it's April 1st, the last day, you get an extra gift from me. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's definitely going to be worth it. I was thinking instead of doing a discount, I just give you more. So everybody who books prior to April 2nd, so April 1st is the last day, you get the early bird special and you get an extra gift, something with Paradise Life, obviously. I'm working that out now, but it's worth it. It'll definitely be worth more than what you paid. So it's all love. Yeah, Bitcoin, hit me up, bro. It ain't nothing. But yeah, those are my guidelines when it comes to trying. I'm gonna do a whole video on that for the workout channel. I've got to get a lot of videos edited. I'm so sorry. There's so much going on. Also, you guys heard about the Uber shutdown? Now I've had that happen with Ubers I know in Puerto Plata where they wanted, hey, can you give me cash? I was cool with it because it's the same price. But yeah, the Uber thing, I heard they were changing prices, kind of kidnapping people, shit like that. It ain't happened to me, but I've heard about it, so I don't know. Also, I just listened this morning. If you guys get a chance, I don't know if you guys listen to Tory Lanez's new album that he made in jail, Hot Fire. I rock with Tory Lanez. I love his music. But this album is very well put together. For him to be in jail, which is crazy. Sounds like he's in the studio. So he's got a great engineer. But the album was very well put together. I like it. I enjoyed it from front to back. He's talking that shit in there, you know what I'm saying? But if you want something new to listen to, Tory Lanez's album is on my playlist right now. I'll be listening to it tomorrow during the game too, during the gym too. So those are my guidelines, guys. Like I said, I tried to make it for Sunday service. I appreciate y'all guys rocking with me. I'm going to get... Yeah, yo, Primo, the album's dope, man. Listen, I started playing it this morning. Me and Trey was talking in the gym, started playing it, and I've listened to it twice already. Like, that's a dope ass album. I did it while I was working out. Then I went and did my cardio, listened again during my cardio. Really good album. I like it. So if you want something new to listen to, the Petersons has got my stamp right there. Not that it means anything, but my stamp, I like it. It's a good album. I enjoy it. So, Steve-O in the building. What's up, brother? So I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Y'all go back and play this back. Hit that like button. I appreciate y'all. I don't know what video we're gonna do Wednesday, but it's gonna be dope. Trust me when I tell you. So I appreciate y'all rocking me. Pardon me yesterday. I'm still under the weather yesterday. Feeling better though. I'm back at it. We back in the gym tomorrow. Primo, get that cardio, them calisthenics, man. Let's go. Y'all already know, man. Like, I enjoy training. It was fun for me. Now I'm back into doing it. And I'm not training anybody, but like I said, I train Pablo. Me and Trey train every now and then. Not charging nobody. It's something just, I get to use my expertise here and there, stuff that I like to do. But if you're in town and you want a session, let's link up. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay for your gym shit, and we get in there and get it in. But prepare yourself, because it can get rough. But like I said, down 30 pounds. I got about 12 more to go. I get to 235. I'll see how I look, see how I feel, see my strength. That's my biggest thing. See my strength and go from there. But I appreciate all y'all rocking with me. MrFlipFlop, and I'm out of here.